2026 marks the 250th anniversary of America and the 100th year of the legendary Route 66. It's a year of history, heritage, and the open road. Join the celebration on Oklahoma's Talk Radio, the new Freedom 96.9. Freedom
Weather.
Here's your Oklahoma City AccuWeather forecast. Today, expect a mix of clouds and sun with a high of 64. Tonight will be mainly clear with a low of 47. Tomorrow will be partly sunny and warm with strong winds gusting over 40 miles per hour and a high of 81. By Monday, it will be mostly sunny and very warm with winds gusting over 40 miles per hour and temperatures climbing to a high of 85, approaching the record high of 88 from 1904. With your Oklahoma City AccuWeather forecast, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast are solely those of the speakers and other contributors. These views and opinions do not necessarily represent those of this station. The new Freedom 96.9, Oklahoma's Talk Radio.
Broadcasting live from the command center of Freedom 96.9 in Oklahoma City, it's McRoof Fortifies Oklahoma, saving lives, protecting property, fortifying Oklahoma, one roof at a time. I'm Rick Allen Lippert here with Hague Certified Wind and Commercial Roofing Inspector Scotty McCullum.
Hello, Rick.
Big Dad Scott McCullum has the day off, so Scotty's in the big boy chair.
Yay.
At the kids' table is Hague Certified Residential Roofing Inspector Johnny Nicholas.
Hey, good morning, guys.
A McRoof Solutions Specialist. Retro Radio Randy running the show again today. Back on probation, I'm sorry to say. So you'll only hear him when he screams in the background. What? Just when you call 405-608-4377, Randy will answer the phone. Just don't ask him about the coffee maker. But you can call 405-608-4377 to answer the trivia question or to just ask a question. Hey, we're live streaming the show today on the McRoof Fortifies Oklahoma YouTube channel. The guys are waving at you. We're also streaming the audio on freedom969.com. As usual, we'll start with our trivia question and other interesting tidbits, including the word of the week. And they actually are a pair this week.
Yes, they are.
They're
very
simpatico.
related.
The phone number to answer the trivia question, 405-608-4377. Later, Scotty will tell us what it looks like from the rooftop with his view from the rooftop. We'll also have some After the Storm tips brought to you by Roof RX. And we'll wrap up with Dad's wisdom. And coming back from breaks, some outrageously obscure historical trivia. Now, guys, I had my annual Medicare wellness check this week, and it included a blood test. That night, I received the results from that test, and I checked it on the app. You know, I'm lying in bed, and I get the ding, you have a new alert. So I check on it. The test was okay. But there, in addition to the results, was this note that said, remember to say that S&CM LLC, doing business as McRoof.us, legally operates under Oklahoma registration number 8000002, and that the registration applies to both residential and commercial roofing. So, Scotty, your attorney has now hacked into my medical records.
He's not my attorney. He's my dad's. But that is very obscure.
All right. So let's get into the trivia question, shall we?
We shall. I think it's very timely.
Yeah.
My trivia question and also our word of the week.
Yes. This all ties together. It's very
It even ties in with the view from the rooftop today.
Oh, how about that? It's a symbiotic show today.
Yes, it is.
Cohesiveness.
It is.
Yes.
Although there's very likely going to be somebody who calls us and gets us completely off track, and we're fine with that. We hope that does happen. But this week's trivia question is,
okay.
Well, I phrased it as, what is the criteria for a wind to be considered a gust?
A gust.
Meteorologically.
Yeah. We hear that phrase all the time.
But this may also narrow the answers if I say, what are the criteria for a wind to be considered a gust?
Okay.
And so my choices today are A, briefly peak above average wind speeds, for that day. Briefly peak above average. B, briefly peak above average wind speeds and reach a speed of at least 16 knots, which equates to about 30 kilometers per hour. Briefly peak above average wind speed and reach a wind speed of 16 knots for at least 10 seconds. Or D, briefly peak above average wind speed, reaching a speed of 16 knots from less than 7 knots.
Let me put that into American terms. 16 knots is 18 miles an hour, and 7 knots is 8 miles an hour. Just
Thank you, Johnny.
People that don't know what a heck of a knot is.
And what is 30 knots?
It'd
Windy.
be like 35 miles an hour. It's 1.15 is the multiplier.
Yes,
I
it
looked
is.
this up before the show,
Yeah.
just so I would know what's going on.
Yep. So, very similar answer choices, but there is one right choice.
And if you think you know the answer to that question, give us a call, 405-608-4377. The winner will get their choice of either books, Raving Fans, or Unreasonable Hospitality, or 2 free tickets to any Carpenter Square Theater production this season that runs through July. We have a show opening on April the 10th called Violet Sharp. And Violet Sharp was a suspect in the Lindbergh baby kidnapping. And this is a drama. This is not a feel-good comedy.
Yeah,
this
sounds
is
very
a
serious.
drama. And if you know your history, you know that this kidnapping did not end well. And anyway, the play is incredible, and the production is coming along quite nicely. So 405-608-4377 is that number. So once again, the trivia question is, what is the criteria for a wind to be considered a gust? Meteorologically, a brief peak above average wind speed, a brief peak above average wind speed, and a speed of at least 16 knots. And then
The same
that
for 10 seconds.
Yes. Or D, a peak above average wind speed and reach a speed of 16 knots from less than 7 knots.
Exactly. You
Okay.
nailed it, Rick.
All right. Well, I'm reading directly from the phone.
Yes, indeed.
I'm glad you struggled with that word,
Well,
because
it
I
looks
was
like-
struggling with that word this morning as well.
I've always had trouble with that word.
It looks like we might have some attempts from Tim.
Oh,
Hey.
Tim is on the line. Give us your
A
best
try.
guess, Tim.
I think it's D.
You are spot on, Tim.
Hey!
You nailed it. We don't get people answer that kind of question very often
Let's
in the
go.
first try. So
Yeah.
good job.
Good for you. How do you
Mike.
know that?
How do I know that?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know it in knots, but my dad was a weatherman for Wichita Mid-Continent Airport for many years.
Well,
Wow.
That
Well,
would do it.
I think you probably have a leg up on the competition then. Do you have any questions for us while you're on air, Tim?
Yes. What causes lightning, as long as we're on the weather subject? Do you you guys know what causes lightning?
That is definitely one that stumps me.
Well, it's
I-
kind of.
I think
I have
you've
not
stumped the whole panel.
I have not studied lightning.
It's
Tim.
static. It's static electricity in a nutshell, isn't it?
Well, it is. Well, we'll let Tim tell us. I
please,
hope.
please let us know.
Well, there's electrically charged neutrons and particles in the air. Some of them are negative. Some of them are positive. And when they come together, there's where you get lightning.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Love it.
All right.
Well, that's I'm sure a very oversimplified explanation of a very complex topic, and we appreciate you dumbing it down.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Thank
Tim.
you.
Tim, might you happen to be in Oklahoma City today?
I am not. I live in Perry.
Ah, well, would you like to drive in and go to the Home and Outdoor Living Show on McRoof's dime?
When is that, by the way?
It's this weekend, going on right now at the Bennett,
Through Sunday at 5 p.m.
yeah, through the Bennett at the Bennett Event Center at Fair Park.
Yeah, unfortunately, I won't be able to make that.
Okay,
That's
well,
okay.
we
That's
were going
quite
to
all
have
right.
we were going to have tickets for you at the door.
Oh,
But you still get your
I'm
choice
sorry.
of prize for answering the question
Yeah.
correctly. So
So stay on the line and tell Randy your address so that we can get your prize to you.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank
Thank
you
you,
for
Tim.
calling. All right. So to recap, the criteria for a wind to be considered a gust meteorologically, God, I hate that word,
Yeah.
is that it's brief peak above average wind speed that reaches a speed of 16 knots from less than 7 knots.
exactly.
So it has to be kind of calm and then whoosh,
exactly.
and then back to calm again.
It has mostly to do with the speed must be at a certain level, but it also has to do with the relative speed in a particular time frame, or during a particular duration of time, rising from the average.
Gosh, when I hate to date myself like this, but it was about 50 years ago. I was working at a radio station in Corpus Christi, and the old guy who was training me for the weekend, he said any wind speed of 17 miles an hour, he would always add the word "and gusty"
Interesting.
because it was Corpus and it was always windy. And
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
but
Yeah.
I guess he was wrong about that.
Technically, yes.
I'm sure he was wrong about a lot of things. Okay, so you're listening to McRoof Fortifies Oklahoma. In the minute and a half we have left, since we've spent so much time talking about the word gust, that is our word of the week.
It is, in fact.
So define
We'll let
that
Johnny.
for us.
We'll let Johnny give you the very brief, casual description rather than the. Well, that's to accompany the formal definition that we just
There we
covered.
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've talked about the meteorologist. We talked about that side of it. So let's get to the Webster's definition. Gust, a brief, strong rush of wind. An example includes the gust almost swept us off the roof.
Which it, in fact, did almost do a few days ago.
Oh my goodness! Can't wait to hear about that. I bet that's in our view from the rooftop coming
It
up
is.
later.
It certainly is.
After the mid break. I want to remind everybody you're listening to McRoof Fortifies Oklahoma on Freedom 96.9. Scott McCullum has the day off. He's out at the home show this morning. I take it, and he's putting the
Will
booth.
be when it opens.
Yeah, he's
Here in
putting the booth back together after that raucous party after hours last night. And
I wasn't around for that.
Yeah.
You weren't supposed to tell anybody about that.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Every property owner knows the pain of rising insurance costs, higher premiums, higher deductibles, and more exclusions than ever before. You may have even received a non-renewal notice or a letter stating your roof no longer meets our underwriting requirements and your policy will be canceled in 30 days. You don't know the condition of your roof, you're not a roofer, but neither does the underwriter, and they're making decisions that affect your coverage. RoofRx brings clarity to where uncertainty once lived. We're not roofers looking for work. We're certified inspectors dedicated to truth and transparency. We combine state-of-the-art imaging with generations of roofing expertise to reveal the true condition of your roof and maximize its remaining life. We turn complex data into a clear prescription: what can be maintained, what needs repaired, and what needs replaced. We perform and document that work for you and your insurance carrier and provide the peace of mind of lifetime workmanship warranties and money-back guarantees. It's not about replacing roofs. It's about helping you understand the true condition of your roof, mitigate your risk, and protect your insurability. RoofRx, the prescription for your ailing roof.
McRoof Fortifies Oklahoma back on the air on Freedom 96.9. I'm Rick Allen Lippert. We're live in studio with young Scotty McCullum, Johnny Nicholas, and Retro Radio Randy. On this date, in 1787, a man named Nathaniel Briggs of New Hampshire patented a washing machine.
Thank
1797.
Wow.
That's a long time ago. 1834, the U.S. Senate censured President Andrew Jackson for taking federal deposits from the Bank of the United States. And yet his face is still on the $20 bill. Go figure. Okay, so let's get back into the show. Scotty, I saw you yesterday at the Home and Outdoor Living Show at Fair Park in the Bennett Event Center.
Yes, you did.
A pretty snazzy looking booth. Very clean, very, very modern looking.
Well, Jason has a lot to do with that.
Okay.
He designed our display boards, our display backdrops, really.
Jason works with McRoof?
He's Roof RX's brand and strategic officer.
Okay, all right.
So
you're promoting.
He designs everything that is outward facing, everything from this koozie on Johnny's
I was going to
can
say
to the backdrops for the displays and marketing brochures that we have to provide to customers.
Good.
Everything gets signed off by Jason.
Okay, so at this booth, which is if you go into the main doors, go to your left. Not quite to the stage area, but almost, and then you'll see the big double wide, triple wide booth of McRoof and Roof RX. A lot of white. Look for the big white booth.
I think
Yep.
it's 1402 or 1420.
1420, I believe.
1420, yeah.
But you know,
Yeah,
good luck finding the
you
numbers.
have to be looking down at the ground every second to.
But you have really nice pens and these koozies and some cups.
And we even have those. I'm not sure what you call them, but they're the synthetic material bags, just a tote bag.
Well, I didn't see
those.
those.
Those are older McRoof branded bags, but we are still providing those if somebody wants
Trying
them.
to get rid of them.
Well, we're just trying to get out with the old and in with the new. I think.
There you go. So, tell me about yesterday. How your dad had the presentation at 3:00.
He did.
And what was that like?
I was manning the booth. Jason was actually there to listen in on the presentation.
Okay.
And he said it went well, but there weren't very many people at the show yesterday.
Right.
So I mean, the turnout at the presentation,
Right.
because of the turnout at the show
First
overall,
day,
was not very strong.
First day, it's a work day.
Yeah,
And so, yeah.
Well, that's how it goes on Friday for the
Yeah.
most part. Usually it picks up after people get off of work, but it really didn't last night. I mean,
Too
it
bad.
was the last 2 hours were dead.
Yeah.
But I feel like that also had a lot to do with the windy, cold weather.
Yeah. Yeah, could be.
I was there scarfing down a potato for lunch, listening to Scott talk, and man, his public speaking skills are unmatched.
Okay.
The crowd was a little bit smaller, but there actually was a few roofers there. We met one of the roofers after the fact.
Oh yeah,
and he was all
yeah.
about.
He seems like a really conscientious business owner that cares about providing quality to his customers and always is looking for ways to do things better, kind of like us.
So was the presentation mainly about Roof RX?
I believe so. Johnny?
It was more about proper code items for building roofs, proper flashings. It was really roofing oriented. It wasn't really anything about Roof RX per se.
Okay.
Fortified standards, code compliance, and things like that. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Something a roofer could really get into.
Good. Good.
Very nice.
By the way, I earlier this week I received yet again another unsolicited text from somebody claiming to be a roofer in my area. Would I like to have a free roof inspection? And I responded with, "What's your CIB number?" And I never heard back from them.
They must have forgot to send it to you.
I never hear back from these people when I ask them what their Construction Industries Board registration number is. And they just
Interesting.
They sort of ghost me after that.
Maybe they don't know what it means.
That could be. Our good friend Benny is on the line to talk to us. Hello, Benny.
Good morning, gentlemen. I was at the show yesterday and listened to Scott's presentation.
Good for you.
And it was very comprehensive and thorough and easy to understand. Even I did.
As I would expect from Scott, he does a good job of making things relatable.
Yeah. Another reason for the poor attendance after work hours, Thunder had a home game last night.
Oh, they did. They did. Yeah, that they
explains a
won miraculously. They broke away in the third quarter and sent it home in the fourth quarter.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who'd they
I
play?
was hearing a little of it on the radio headed
Bulls.
for that
Oh,
woodworking
nice.
class I attended yesterday evening after I left the show.
Very nice.
But anyhow, one thing I missed on your display that you had at an earlier show presentation was the cutaway roof showing how the fortified layers are put together.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's sitting at the office, Benny. we didn't have enough room for that because it would have taken up about half of our booth space.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yep.
I just missed it. I really thought it would be a very, easy description and physical presentation of what it actually looks like.
Well, it is. It is. It's a nicely done display, and if we can minimize it a little bit, if we can shrink it for next show that we do, that might be a very good idea, and a happy medium between the current size and something that also that can allow other things that we want to display in our booth.
Well, yeah, some guys are trying to make it. I'm sorry, Benny. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, if you make it about the size of a doghouse for a St. Bernard, it'd be about right.
Pretty much, yeah.
But,
and I don't disagree at all. I appreciate the insight too.
Some of the guys are trying to make it smaller, and some of the guys would like it to be bigger. So I don't know.
Yeah,
and some people just don't want it there. I don't know.
Yeah, some people want it like those big old gazebo displays that you see it erected at some of the pergola and outdoor living specialist companies where they spend 3-4 days building an entire pergola patio ensemble, and I mean those things are massive, especially for a show that's only going to last 3 days.
Yeah.
And
also, a quick tip for those who may be planning on coming out: if you look up towards the roof, each row going across from the one end to the other has the numbers for that row of booths, 500, 600, 700. And yours is
I think you're right about that, Benny.
15. It's a blue sign with white lettering with the number.
Well, you don't miss very much.
When you get near the stage, you make a right to go up to your booth.
That's right.
Indeed. Well, Benny?
That's my input for the day. I got to head in with the OJ and help with the breakfast. So.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
Benny,
Well,
thank
enjoy
you for
your
call.
fellowship breakfast, and we will either see you or talk to you soon.
Thank you very much, guys. I always like your show.
And thanks for going
Benny.
out to the show yesterday.
You bet.
Okay, guys, in the minute and a half we have left, what do you want to say?
Well, we hope more people come by the booth this week. We also hope that there's more people that come by the Bennett Event Center to participate in the Home and Garden Expo.
So the show opens at 10 and this
10
morning
to 8 this evening.
Okay.
Yes. 10 this morning to 8 this evening. Tomorrow, noon to 5.
That sounds about right.
Noon to 5 tomorrow. That's usually how they keep it on Sundays.
I will say one thing we always forget about: the QR codes on the floor. So every vendor has a QR code on the floor in front of their booth.
Oh, really?
And you scan that with your phone. It saves the vendor's information in your phone. So instead of trying to find a business card a year later, what was that roofing company's name? It's saved in your phone.
Wow.
Also, if you do scan 3 QR codes from any vendor there, the next tickets for the next year are free. You get those tickets for free.
Wow.
And if you do a roof with us,
after scanning the QR code, that signs you up for a $500 discount on a roof replacement over $10,000.
Yes.
No kidding.
So if anything, just walk by and scan the code and get your discounts.
And you're also offering that special on the base camp inspection for the Roof RX, a $300 base camp inspection for $99. Is that right?
That is discontinued. That has.
Oh, that's over.
That has expired.
Okay.
The promotion has expired.
All
The base
right.
camp inspection obviously is still available, as is the summit, the highest level of inspection. But the promotional rate has indeed expired on that.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
Didn't get the memo.
Yep, that's all right.
So there's the music sending us to the mid-break news. I want to remind everybody you're listening to the live call-in show, McRoof Fortifies, Oklahoma, on Freedom 96.9. I'm Rick Allen Lippert, sitting here with Scotty McCullum, Johnny Nicholas, Retro Radio Randy. Our number, 405-608-5628. 4377. We'll be right back.
It's a double celebration of freedom. The American spirit meets the open road in 2026. We honor 250 years of our nation and 100 years of Route 66. Your voice for freedom is right here. Oklahoma's Talk Radio, the new Freedom 96.9. Freedom
weather. Here's your Oklahoma City AccuWeather forecast. Today, expect a mix of clouds and sun with a high of 64. Tonight will be mainly clear with a low of 47. Tomorrow will be partly sunny and warm with strong winds gusting over 40 miles per hour and a high of 81. By Monday, it will be mostly sunny and very warm with winds gusting over 40 miles per hour and temperatures climbing to a high of 85, approaching the record high of 88 from 1904. With your Oklahoma City AccuWeather forecast, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast are solely those of the speakers and other contributors. These views and opinions do not necessarily represent those of this station. The new Freedom 96.9, Oklahoma's Talk Radio.
McRoof Fortifies Oklahoma back on the air for the final half hour of today's live call-in show on Freedom 96.9. On this date in 1881, the greatest show on earth was formed when P.T. Barnum joined forces with James Anthony Bailey. So remember the Barnum and Bailey Circus? Maybe only by name. Did you ever go to the Barnum and Bailey Circus?
I did.
Oh, good. Good. The greatest show on earth. You know, it was P.T. Barnum who coined the phrase, there's a sucker born every minute.
Interesting.
Yeah. On this date in 1885, the U.S. Salvation Army was officially organized. That's pretty obscure.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, so McRoof Fortifies Oklahoma. We're talking about the goings-on of McRoof.us and roofrx.com. What was your week like? We've had some up and down temperatures this past week. It was.
We have. I did everything from repairs to estimates to submittals to insurance companies for supplemental requests to helping a little bit with the preparations for the Home and Garden Expo, right, and also conducting annotations and assessments on properties for RoofRx. Imagery that needed to be processed into reports.
Good.
Yes.
Good. Johnny, were you up on a lot of roofs this week?
And it was very windy.
Yeah.
To be on a roof. I mean,
yeah,
man, we had to We had to bring ankle weights with us a few times.
We're going to hear more about that here in just a couple
I think
of minutes,
so.
too.
Yeah.
I don't need ankle weights. All my weights around the belt section, so I'm perfectly fine. Yeah, well, I mean, with Scotty doing more work for Roof RX and helping with repairs and whatnot, I'm busy with inspections.
Okay.
I've got multiples every day. Yeah, it's for my position, it's great. I mean, I love being busy. It's wonderful. I didn't know what to wear all week.
Right.
Yeah,
shorts,
exactly.
pants. I have no idea.
Bring your closet with you in the car.
Yeah, layer up. And yeah, wind is hard to deal with, but yeah, it's I'm busy, man. It's great. I'm loving it.
Good.
Yep.
Good.
Well, that's good. I hope the family's loving it too.
Yeah. Well, my
I
wife.
know you've had to bring your kids with you sometimes the last couple days.
Yes, my wife was out of town. God bless her. She's she's competing in IBJJF Pans Jiu-Jitsu tournament in Florida.
Oh, boy.
She did well yesterday. She lost, but she did really well. But I've had the kids all week long riding around with me, going to inspections, cheering me on, yelling out the window, "Don't fall off the roof, Dad!" Things like that.
Yeah,
and it's been wonderful, man.
because we're
Wonderful.
going for ice cream later. We can't go for ice cream
Yeah.
if you fall off the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
what about fortified projects? Have you finished any of those or working on any of those right now?
I think we did one. No. We didn't do any this week, but we did one last week. It was a small one. And then we've done a lot of smaller roofs that we had to do around weather, or that we could do in less than a day or less than 2 days because of not knowing what the winds were going to be like. So that's what we've tried to prioritize is big repairs and smaller projects, roof projects.
Okay. Hey, our friend Jerry from Midwest City has called in. Jerry, how you doing today?
Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning, guys. It's a good morning before I head over to the event center and partake of that fine event.
Very
And I
nice.
do like Benny's mention of the signs. I always use those signs to keep track of where the heck you want to be in that fine center.
Exactly. Well, do you have any questions for on the air or?
Yeah, well, Johnny knows a little bit about roofing in regards to. I got to meet the fine young people he has.
Yes, sir. Yes, you did.
When he stopped off at my duplex, and
Yeah, I forgot about that.
inspection.
I heard that he was going out there. What did he find?
oh, I had found a screw that got my concern, and thus we checked for that type of missing, and there was not really. And then we dealt with the screw that needed a home, and that was about it. But since my roof had been done a good number of years ago, it was probably prudent just to have a cursory look-see by a professional, as Johnny certainly is.
Yep. Yes, he is, because I trained him.
Oh,
Maybe not all because I trained him, Jerry, but
It's pretty much all because you.
it takes a lot of diligence and care to be a good solution specialist or a good inspector, and Johnny's definitely got that.
well,
it's-
we do know that you're a chip off the very big old block.
Yep.
I'm not
Yep.
sure what
Yep.
that
Yeah.
means.
Scott is a monument, not just in stature, but in reputation as well.
Yes, I think he's going to be similar. They'll have to immortalize him even bigger than that Native American in the Black Hills. It'll have to be a monumental
Well,
sculpture.
yeah, I don't know who's planning that, Jerry, but I hope someone is.
Well, anyhow, yes, Johnny was able to come by, and he was able to kind of. I told him a few of the tasks of what the challenge was to get the roof done, and probably wore off his poor ear in regards to it being challenging with even critters in my eaves.
Oh yeah, I remember the story, and I remember being there for the aftermath of it.
Very interesting. Didn't know you had got involved in that project, but that's spectacular. I hope you guys have a great show and great event, and hopefully a lot of good leads for upcoming activity in the business.
Well, Jerry,
we hope so, Jerry, and thank you for your well wishes.
I expect you'll stop by the McRoof and Roof RX booth, number 1420, and say hi to the guys. So thank you for calling.
And enjoy the rest of your Saturday. We'll see you later.
Thank you, Jerry.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, and now it is time for Scotty to climb up on that roof. Now, hang on, Scotty. Hang on.
Well, I had Johnny with me, too, so he's hanging on, too.
Okay, so in this week's View, Scotty tells of a disturbing situation where a customer got far less than what they paid for in an episode entitled A Disappointing Scene.
That's very accurate, Rick. Johnny and I, and actually Amanda from New Jersey that we had with us, Amanda McComas with Roof RX. She's our VP of National Accounts. She was in just for the week to acquaint herself with all of the Roof RX people, the office, the processes, and be here for special meetings about operations and the future plans for Roof RX. And as part of that, she had a ride-along day with me where we started the day doing annotations and reports, and we finished the day with a infield inspection.
Okay.
And that inspection was on a metal roof which had peeled off a significant portion of this metal roof peeled off in the high winds 2 weeks ago down in Bethany. And this particular structure is a very modern 2.5-story tall roof. The building is fairly new. It's only about 8 years old. And the gentleman who we inspected the property for was the one who built the property, who had it built 8 years ago, original owner. And it was very apparent. Of course, the roof damage was obvious because it was about a third of his roof, approximately, that was peeled back by that windstorm, and all the parapet copings on that west edge for a long portion of that west edge were missing. But beyond that, there were some definite deficits in the construction, especially with regard to the roof assembly, because this metal roof, it was an exposed fastener roof.
Okay.
It is on a very low slope. It's on about a 1 in 12 slope. You can't have an exposed fastener roof on that low of a slope. I mean, that is
improper installation to begin with.
Absolutely negligent design. Negligent design, negligent installation, and the execution of what was there was poor. So if you start with a poor design and you execute it poorly, that seems like it will be a problem to me.
It doesn't get better.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't heal itself.
He's been fighting leaks for a while, hasn't he?
He has, especially around that the south edges of the building and the west edge. But man, he's got some beautiful cars to protect underneath there. He's got, oh my gosh.
Well,
who knows
let's talk about the roof. We have 1 minute, so
well, I'm emphasizing the importance of a good roof system.
Well,
and,
yeah.
It was clear that whoever installed the roof system, even if it was per his directive, did not stop and question why he was wanting to do that, or give him better advice